Andrew McCART, IFL TV. We're here in Dublin. The aftermath. Katie Taylor has done it. A lot of people have written her off, Frank. There's a lot to talk about, but can I just start with that atmosphere? I mean, you've been involved in big fights, you and Eddie Hearn, but where does that rank for you?
I would say, and we were speaking about it actually a couple of minutes ago, probably one of the best sporting events I've ever been to in terms of atmosphere and show. Not just because it was ours, but like being there, being in that venue. That noise in there, I've never quite heard anything like it. You know, we all said every time something about Katie Taylor fights, probably obviously the Irish, I'd say. You know, the Amanda Serrano fight at Madison Square Garden, the first time we came here with a Chantel Cameron fight the first time around, and tonight, special night.
A lot of people written her off in the media, maybe a lot of boxing heads written her off as well. When this week Katie's been unseen and living like a monk, maybe training like a monk as well, when she's just really been focused on Chantel Cameron for the last 6 months. And in her own words was, this has been the longest 6 months of my life. And when obviously you were watching the fight yourself, obviously you represent Chantel Cameron, so you were obviously sitting on the fence, but is it hard for you to not cheer when shots are landed from both fighters and get animated?
Probably not for me. Like if you watch me at any fight, no, I'm just quite like, we do this 38 times a year. We do 400 fights a year. I sit there very much with a blank face on. You know, for me, I love putting on shows. I love putting on events, and that's a big part of our business. Not saying I'm not a boxing fan. Of course, I'm a boxing fan, but my thing is the event, you know, and the show. And I think for me, I find it quite easy at cutting out. You know, probably why we're a good partnership, because I can cut out emotion from sitting there. You know, Eddie's like, and he loves boxing. Not saying I don't love boxing, but he came through, you know, as a child loving boxing. I joined the company and I love putting on shows. So, you know, for me it's quite easy. And we've been through so many nights of people winning. You know, even when we don't promote the other fighter, people winning, people losing, you become a bit detached from the emotion. Obviously, you have relationships, some fighters you're closer with, but I sort of sit there, blank face. I also don't know how to score a fight, so that probably helps.
That does help, but let's talk about putting on a show then. Now, I asked Katie Taylor at the press conference, I said to her, now, boxing's had great trilogies in Gatti Ward and Morales Barrera, Fury Wilder to more recently, and there's never been a trilogy, I don't think, in women's boxing. Now, for that show to happen, we're thinking Croke Park, and Eddie Hearn's talked about the barriers that are in place for that. You're the man that puts on shows, so what can you tell me about Croke Park, and can it happen, the trilogy with Chantel Cameron at Croke Park?
Yeah, look, it's been very public, hasn't it? You know, we've spoken about it a lot. It's expensive. It's expensive to do a show in Dublin. Like tonight is a lot more expensive than doing a show in London. But when you create nights like that, it's very much worth it. But we will do everything in our power. You know, obviously speak to Croke Park, the team there, and do everything within our power to make that happen next. You know, sort of May, June time. That's the focus.
Can you imagine 80,000 or 70,000, whatever it may be, Irish? I mean, what was there, 6,000, 7,000 in here tonight, 9,000? Can you imagine 80,000 Irish screaming and shouting in the atmosphere? You like putting on shows. I'm guessing we'll see a little bit of emotion from you if the Irish are 80,000 in the stadium for Katie Taylor, surely, Frank?
Yeah, if you want to see emotion, look at me during ring walks and Sweet Caroline. That for me, every time I walk out, that for me is the buzz I get. Yeah. Like walking out to these places and going, wow, look at this, another one we've done. You know, and it's it would be a special night. It would be a special night, you know, and I think she deserves it as well. She deserves that kind of. Definitely. We've done the homecoming now, but she deserves a homecoming like that, and that place would be packed out, and I can't wait to make it happen.
Ed Sheeran was here tonight, so you know it's a big event, and obviously this is where probably Ed Sheeran's been. This is probably his dressing room. It's got Sheeran. You probably see it up there. When Ed Sheeran's in play, he's a megastar in his own right. When he's here sitting ringside watching Katie Taylor, I mean, you know it's a big event.
Yeah, look, when we first met him, he was saying his dad's a big boxing fan. He's, you know, family, got big connections to boxing. And he said, I really want to go. I've never been to a boxing show. And we said, this is the one to come to. And it worked within his schedule. Like, he's a much busier guy than any of us, I think. Got a lot.
Maybe not you, Frank. I've seen you in a fight week. You're a busy man.
Yeah. I mean, but he's maybe a bit more successful. But yeah, he said he wanted to be here, and it was a special night. Obviously, he enjoyed every minute of it, and yes, we are in Sheeran's bar.
Sheeran's bar. Oh, yeah. So it says Sheeran's. I see the bar. I thought I just said Sheeran's, but I can actually see the bar there.
Yeah, we launched Tonight we've launched Sheeran's bar. It was the first opening night. It was a big success.
Oh, good stuff. Well, hopefully you've made a turn on all the alcohol, but we'll wait and see. Can I touch on Adam Smith, man? I seen him today sitting ringside, and I seen him doing an interview with Jamie Ward for Dazn. Just a word on Adam, how good it is to see him back in the boxing scene in a big event like this.
Amazing. Look, Adam's a big friend of ours. He's been ever since I started in boxing, I don't know, 13 years ago. He was a massive part of what we did together at Sky, and he was a massive part of the Sky business for a long, long time. I mean, I can't even remember the years. And to have him here tonight, obviously coming back in full health after what he's been through, amazing to see him. He's had a long time away, but amazing to see him and amazing to have him back on our screens.
That's what I was just looking there, and I was watching him, and I seen him on Dazn, and I said, he suits Dazn. Could he get a job at Dazn? I don't know if you can tell me, is he fit for Dazn? Can we see that?
Look, it's not something we spoke of. He's just come back off of a real tough time. I think he's enjoying spending time, I'm sure, with his family, and that's the focus right now. We wanted to get him on there. We saw, we knew he was coming, obviously, but we wanted to. When he walked in, we were like, let's get him up there. He's also been a massive part of Katie's career as well. He's been involved since day one. Obviously, when we signed Katie Taylor, he was involved and been very close with Katie and the team over the years. So to get him on the broadcast was great to see.
Frank, just a couple more. Obviously, you said there that Ed Sheeran's obviously a busy man, but you've got a busy schedule leading up to the 23rd in Saudi. You've got Belfast next week. You've got San Fran. You've got Arizona. But you can do it better than me. Just you go. Yeah,
look, and it's what a way to end the year. Starting off many weeks ago. Well, actually about 43 odd weeks ago. At the start of the year, but kicking off with tonight. Then next week in Belfast, we're going to have an unbelievable atmosphere there. Michael Connellan's back, Jordan Gill, brilliant fight, huge undercard as well. December 9th, we go to San Francisco. We're going to have sold-out arena there in San Francisco for Devin Haney, Regis Prograis, the biggest fight in the 140-pound division. Weekend after that, probably one of the best fights in boxing this year in Sonny Edwards, Jesse Rodriguez. And then December 23rd, we're in Saudi. Anthony Joshua, Otto Warlin, and probably one of the most stacked cards we've ever seen in boxing. Deontay Wilder against Joseph Parker, a brilliant fight. Dimitri Bivol, Jai Opetaia, Filip Hrgovic. There's so many bloody names on the show, I can't remember them all. But probably one of the best shows we would have ever seen in terms of stacked card. So what a way to end the year, and all available on DAZN.
And then a little bit of Christmas at the end, maybe?
Maybe. Well, we'll probably finish at about 2:00 in the morning in Saudi, I guess, on Christmas Eve, and then we can enjoy some time off, hopefully.
Hopefully. Listen, Frank, one final one on Katie Taylor.
Look, Katie Taylor, amazing. I mean, what she's done in her career, 2-weight undisputed champion, coming back off of that loss against Chantel Cameron, unbelievable performance tonight, and look at the atmosphere and the noise she created. But also you got to give a big shout out to Chantel Cameron as well, because she came here back in May. She had a tremendous performance there. She had a tremendous performance tonight as well. But tonight, the best person, the best girl won, and back in May, the best won then. And that's what this high-level sport's all about. But you have to commend them both, because it takes two of them to get in there and do that and deliver us those nights. So fair play.
Definitely. Frank, I'm going to have a word in your suit. Fantastic. I love the suit, the green tie, the green suit, the green watch. I'll just say a green watch. I won't say what it is. It's a green watch. But listen, thank you, Frank, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much, mate. Thank you.